Give me 1 second. We're starting it up on YouTube. Boom. And we should be live. Alright. So, like the title says, we're just doing some game dev right now until about an hour and a half from the time I'm saying this. Well, that's the time I've been given by a friend that he's gonna get on with Sons of the Forest. If he keeps that time, I'd say there's like a 20% chance. It's probably closer to 8 at the earliest before we start playing it. So about 2 hours, but we'll see. Maybe he'll surprise me. All right. So I don't really know what we're gonna work on, honestly. I just want to do a little bit of game dev because I'm trying to get better about actually doing it more often. So yeah. Let's see. I actually did something we can work on though, and I have this inventory system, so I can open this up, right? Start playing, and you can basically go through the inventory and see. You see different clues, clothing. You can click on this, and it's like, oh, this is a clothing item, so I could use it. I could basically equip the clothing. Items, you could use these as well. Collectibles, you can't use them. Clues, you can't use them. They just have a description pretty much, so. But one thing I haven't really tested is adding an item to the inventory, because I'm using serialized objects for everything, so I don't know how I'm gonna hit it up or how I want to handle it just yet. But we can go and give it a try. So I'm gonna try it when it's not active. So let me see. Let me switch to the code. So this is the code for the inventory. I have list of stuff. I'm just gonna go for now. Just make a private item test item on awake. We're just gonna do test item equals. Let's add another clue item. Why not? Clue items at 0. Basically, we're just gonna re-add this item to the list. So, all right. Then we're gonna call add item test item, and it should, if this works, as I have not tested this, it should add the item to the list. It should. I'll say a test about the max capacity thing, which I don't think we should technically ever hit that. I don't think there should ever be a point where we're actually hitting max capacity with this game. That's just not how it should work. So, but I have to been there just in case, and they have bug fix stuff like that. Oh, object reference not set to an instance of an object. Why not? Why are we not set to instance of an object? This is inventory UI controller. Oh, I see why. I know why actually. Yeah, so the problem. (133) player inventory dot selected list equals null. Yeah, the problem is that all that stuff's disabled, so that's probably throwing an error. That's definitely throwing errors. Is it 133? That's inventory UI controller 133, which is it Alt plus Alt? Is it Shift? I forgot the button where you can make it larger by default. Let's just go to 150, I guess. So 133 is this line right here. So player inventory dot selected list is null. Player inventory. I see. This is called in start. Hold on, let's make this on in awake. And in the inventory, let's make our start method here, and we will call add item. There. That way, we'll actually have the inventory first, and then this will be added to it. I think we may still get an error. It's going to be because all the inventory game objects stuff like that are all disabled. I think that's going to be the error. Maybe not. Okay. Open up the inventory. Go to collectibles. No, it's clues. There's 3 clues. All right, actually, this works actually. Yeah, that's all I need to do. I see this switch. Oh, my apologies. You guys cannot see. So, yeah. I see. I got a test clue. We got 3 clues. Usable collectibles. Yeah, we got 3 clues. There's no errors in the console up top here. So now what I'm gonna go do is we're gonna test the max length stuff. So let's just int I equals, I think there's 2 in there already. The max is 12. We're adding a 3rd one. So if we want to go like 1 above it, the 13, we'll just add, we'll add 10 more. I think that's actually what we need to do to get I is less than 10, I plus plus. We're just gonna basically continuously add the item into the array or into the list, and hopefully what we're gonna see is that we're gonna check for the list max capacity, which is basically just gonna be like, hey, is this count less than the max list length, which is 12, I believe. If it is, return false, otherwise return true. So if we go back up here, if it's not at max capacity, then we add the item. So basically, if there's still room to add, do it there. Otherwise, just log an error. Pretty much be like, error, the list is full, and you're trying to add more to it. Because the list should never be full, because you can't remove stuff from inventory. So, if the list is full, that means we have problems going on. It's either something's getting added multiple times, or we need to increase the max capacity from 12. So, something's going wrong, though. Alright, I'm not seeing any errors. Clue is full though, so. Oh, wait. Hold on a sec. So this. Oh, wait, maybe not actually. Oh, no, it needs to be 11. That's the issue. So the problem is we have 2 in there already. So we're adding 10 more, which is actually equal to the limit. So we actually have to do it 11 times. See in here. I guess we know. It's good to know that it works. Filling up the inventory. So yeah, error attempted to add. You can't really see because of me, but it says error attempted to add item to clue items list, but clue items list is full. So we go into here. The clue list is in fact full, so it makes sense why I got that error. So all right, that means it works then. You can add stuff to it. Yeah, so I guess I gotta figure out what we're going to work on next. That is the question. Let me see, I have a list of notes that need to be finished. It still needs to be worked on for the game. I don't want to take some of the stuff that people are working on, so open area, yeah. Inventory style system. Maybe a scrollable style inventory. Yeah, maybe a quick inventory. Boxes on the world. Okay. I guess it's time we start working on a save and load system. I need to sneeze, but the sneeze is not going to come out. And it's gone away. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's time. I don't want to work on a save load system. We're being real. I don't know what the best way. Actually, I really can't because I need to look more into how to make one. It's kind of the issue is I've never really been the best at making them. I could try a file, write into a file, but I found that doesn't always work with builds. Could use JSON. Because, okay, here's what we all need to save. Okay, we need to save the player's current position in the level, the current checkpoint they're on, pretty much. Because we're gonna respawn at the nearest box. So we basically keep track of the current checkpoint, right? We need to keep track of the player's inventory, and we need to keep track of all the dialogue and the eek stuff. So I think that's the three thing. I guess technically we can also keep track of their currently equipped clothes. And that's actually really it. It's like the checkpoint they're on, what clothes they have equipped, so we know what to basically give them, what apparel to give them. Uh, my mind's blanking. Hey, I've been talking and I've been muted for a while now. I'm realizing. Okay. But so yeah, basically just let's use a class to convert the JSON back to any object. Use JSON utility from JSON. Okay. So I need to make the item class JSONable. Supported types, performance. Okay. Not super useful, but I will keep that for now. Saving a load of JSON data. It's on the Unity form, so set up some simple form controls like radio buttons, sliders, checkboxes, other things. I want to be able to load data from a JSON file. Here's some example JSON data. Yeah, that is some JSON data you got right there. So type text, hello world. Type text, okay. So she's using JSON.net. Use a site like JSON sushi start to convert from your string to a class. Look at your JSON. You might want to change up the link into proper format. But the main thing is JSON.net is a better JSON library versus JSON utility. As I said already, you cannot use the JSON utility of Unity because of strict serialization rules. The root object always has to be an object, so you cannot have an array at the top. Arrays are not supported. Classes need to be marked with a serializable attribute. Okay. Of course, since objects are represented by C# classes, the key names of an object are the valid variable identifiers. JSON itself allows any string as key. JSON utility does not. Arrays in C# are typed, so arrays go ahead and submit it, so you cannot have different types mixed in an array. That's not a big concern for me right now. Either map the data to actual array such objects, or just parse data to different arrays dictionaries. Wow, that took a while for you to load up their stream elements. As I already mentioned, Unity is to class that for such cases, it kind of forces a certain data structure it can already handle. Use an external JSON library. I guess one's is JSON.net library. It's a pure JSON parser that parses the data into a generic array, dictionary structure, and process the data yourself. The whole framework is a single file though. Okay, JSON.parse. Okay. Listen, that's great. You can download it from asset store. Here's sample code. File.read all text. Resulting JSON to convert deserialized object dictionary string. Okay. Possible for Newtonsoft JSON reader. This is bad. Need proper data types here. Documentation of what type one can expect. Float.parse. Pages. Okay. Okay. He has a double nested array. Yeah, this is how easily ever did. I feel like I have to watch the tutorial because I am not getting like most of the stuff we're talking about, honestly. Just kind of unfortunate. It's so like complex. JSON, you set out to use it. Let's look and see how Unity talks about it. From JSON overwrite to JSON. Wow, that's really okay. That's really it. Ending values from JSON. Okay, I guess we're just gonna go and
Hi everyone and welcome to CodeFriend. Today I'll be showing you how to save and load data with JSON in Unity. In this video I will not get into the details of how JSON works, so if you are not familiar with JSON, I recommend that you do some research before continuing this video. I'll also
wow, this is kind of hold on a second. I'm trying to get you guys to actually hear it as well.
Hi everyone and welcome to CodeFriend. Today I'll be showing you how to save and load
I should be
data
hooked up
with
to that.
JSON in Unity. In this video I will not get into the details of how JSON work, so if you are not familiar with JSON, I recommend that you do some research before continuing this video.
Okay.
Let's start with a short demonstration of what we'll be achieving today. There is
Gold
nothing
coin
better
is
than
full
a player's
items.
inventory to represent data, especially objects. Now that we have a nice inventory, let's save its content, so we'll be able to get runtime. Let's press start again. As you can see, my inventory is still empty, but if I use the L key on my keyboard, magic. My saved inventory from a few seconds ago is back with all my coins, informations, items, etc.
Okay. Yeah, this is a very complex. I may not be actually doing that. I just gotta learn how to use JSON in Unity before I mess around with that. We could try to work on sneaking, but sneaking's gonna require. I want to learn how to deform meshes and stuff like that. Question the game dev. You probably know Apex Legends. Apex has multiple huge maps, and either day that you could make a 3D version of one map. So basically them. It would be basically them same as when you're playing, but all actually the map other players would be off. You could roam around and check out. If you're asking if I could recreate that, unfortunately, no. I do not have 3D modeling skills to do stuff like that. But is it possible? I mean, yeah, people could recreate the map. Probably pretty easily. I don't know if you could ever get a direct one-to-one, like perfect recreation of the map. But if you could get some like good 3D art and stuff like that, if people who can like know how to mess with terrain stuff like that, you could definitely get a very, very close. I don't think you could ever get exactly one-to-one. But you get a almost identical map. You could, yes. That would be possible. All right, I'm gonna go. I don't know the ring to work on. Like I said I can go work on another mini game. Saving. We got the inventory pretty much in. I'm not gonna mess with the play puzzle, but everything has to be recreated. Unless you go and like steal it from like unless you could steal their files, pretty much, yeah. Like, everything would have to be like recreated. Because like you don't have access to all the models they used. You don't have access to like their terrain, stuff like that. You don't even have access to the systems they use to create the map. All that stuff is like locked in like that's all respawn stuff. So you would have to recreate the map, yes. If you wanted your own version, you can make changes to stuff like that. You'd have to recreate it, yes. Because the respawn's not just gonna give out their map code for free. I mean, they technically could. Respawn could go out and be like, here's like a file, or here's the map, guys. You know, you can edit, do whatever you want to it. But I don't think Respawn would do that. Very few companies do stuff like that. There have been some, like if they allow a lot of modding, then yes. But you cannot mod Apex. Well, you can, I guess, probably, but you're not supposed to. Apex does not support modding itself, so you would have to recreate it all, yes. Unless you had access to like all the files and stuff from Respawn, you would have to recreate it. Everything from the terrain, the textures, the buildings, everything would need to be recreated. That's many hours. Yes, it is. It is a lot. That's probably why no one has attempted it yet, if we're being for real. Well, there's There's probably some like, well, it also depends on how well you want the recreation to be, because you can make like a very simple, like a very blocky stuff like that recreation. If you want like a perfect, like it looks like the actual map, yeah, that's gonna take you a very, very long time, especially if you're doing it by yourself. Like if you're doing it by yourself, yes, it's gonna take you months, maybe years. I don't know about it depends how good you are, I guess. But I guess it really does just depend. Like it would take forever, yes. You can try to get like a whole team together. If the more people you have working, ideally the faster you go. But like to remake everything, I guess it. Hmm. I was gonna say it might be easier because you could just basically you're just copying what their models and stuff look like. But I wouldn't say that may actually be harder because you gotta perfectly like yeah, you have like the reference in front of you, but you basically like I said, you don't have access to the model themselves. So you pretty much have to go and like rebuild it yourself, make it look as close to possible. So yes, it would take you a long time though, yes. It's like those freaking those Minecraft like big build servers where they spend like years like recreating like Lords of the Rings like places stuff like that, like cities and all this stuff. Like that stuff takes forever. That's in Minecraft as well. Like that's not okay, well, I guess I should say it's probably harder in Minecraft because you can't just like go in the blender and make like a 3D model. But it very much depends on what exactly you're trying to do. If you're just trying to do like I don't want to say crappy, but like if you're like recreating the map in like Roblox or Minecraft, like yeah, you could get away. It'll take you probably a couple months. But like if you're not trying to make it one to one, exactly, then it won't take you as long as it would. Yeah, but you're gonna need some good artists and modelers though to get that done. Because that's gonna be like it's gonna be the brunt of the work, the front of the work. They're really a little bit programming. Like you'll need to remake your own. Like I think they have like grapples, like zip lines, stuff like that. Opening, closing doors. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I played Apex. I don't remember everything about it. As soon as I'm opening up another project as well, by the way, for anyone else who's joining stuff like that, because I don't really know what to do for this project. I feel like I'm getting kind of close to done, so I think I'll just keep roaming the map in actual games. That is the simplest solution if you just want to like look at the map and stuff like that. I really wish there was an easier way, but like I said, unless Respawn themselves made the files public and like or made the models and stuff public, you have to remake everything. And I do not see Respawn doing that. Is this Apex is not the type of game where they do that. Like they do that for some of the like some indie games, like see what's some games that have good modding support. Lethal Company. That's a new game. It's like very open to mods. I think all the stuff you can like go in and like actually interact with all the files and stuff yourself pretty much. Binding of Isaac, I know, let you do stuff like that. So for games like that, games that have modding support, yeah, you could probably wouldn't be too hard, unless they keep that stuff kind of locked down, which I guess they can. Like I know some games are harder to mod than others, and some games probably won't let you change as much as others. So it really just depends. Let me see if I close out of this. All right. Yep. I went into this game, so. All right. Let's see. I may commit my changes to my last game. I made some inventory change. Well, I basically just tested my inventory, and I added new art. That was done a couple days ago. I just kind of forgot to push that to the branch. But yeah, I'm sorry there wasn't just some easy answer to help you out though. But that's just unfortunately kind of how it is. Just make a pull request and some main with this one. And once I'm getting stuff situated, then I'll start explaining what I'll start working on. Alright, so I'm making a new branch based off this branch for now. We'll call this dual. Yeah, actually, no, I'm just gonna go ahead and merge it in. We don't have protection on main for this project, so let's go ahead and publish this branch. Alright. So what I'm gonna be working on for this game, because I know this game has something needs to be done. Let's see, where's scenes? Is our actual, I guess actually we already have a battle mode. But this is like old stuff where it's just based on what. Oh damn! I came for the question, save for applied answers. I got curious what you are doing. Oh well, I mean, like I'm not gonna be a dick because you don't know how some stuff in game dev works. Like I didn't know how everything worked at one point. I'm still learning, so I'm not gonna be a dick because you come in here like and ask a question like, can you just get a copy of a map? It's kind of a complex question. Like I said, it depends. Some companies may give you, some companies don't, but. I mean, yeah, so, oh, well, I lost, but, what I'm currently working on now, this is gonna be for a mobile game, kind of working on, but, so it's like, this is the old battle style, so basically it's just kind of like a reflex timer, I guess is the way to put it. Basically, you just wait for this countdown, it says attack, you click first, you win, type thing. That's all it is. If you don't click fast enough, you lose. Nope, I lost there, so. But we want to change that up a lot. Just give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find the document. We actually have kind of like a little bit of a document explaining it. It's somewhere in this Discord. Oh. Ah, thank you for the follow. And I see. It covers me up. So, yeah, thanks for following though. I appreciate it. There it is. 1 second. I don't know where I can save this. Alright. There's that. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry about this. I was just not planning on having to find this file. I didn't know where I saved it at. So here's that stuff. So. And I think this is the right place. There we go. Yeah, this is the file. No worries, bro. All right. So this is like the core gameplay kind of section of the document. So they said there's like a little message. I tell you like prepare and breathe. It's pretty much the same. Where it's basically like you don't want to click too soon type thing. Kind of just like you're waiting. Because then we're gonna surprise you like a reflex thing. There's gonna be a precision phase, which is kind of small. Let me just go make this a little bigger. Can you read that? Okay, is it still a little small? Also, that's not how I zoom. How do I freaking zoom in? I swear I thought it was like control and like up or control plus. There it is. Okay. So I knew I remembered it. But okay, so this is the precision phase. So basically, like, everything's gonna darken. Then we're gonna start spawning these, like, circles you have to go press. Yes, good, okay. Yeah, so we're gonna start spawning these circles you have to go press. Pretty much kind of around the player. I think it kind of wherever, really. I don't think it's just like kind of on the player side of the field, I guess. And let's see, so we spawn circles 1 at a time. 3 to 5 times at a random location on the screen. Okay, yeah. And then so basically the player has to go and tap them pretty much as fast as they can while also being accurate because there's like a crit zone in the center, I think. I actually don't know where the crit zone on these are going to be, but the number the player hits compared to how many the enemy hits, which enemy is just an AI, so we're just going to basically be like, hey, you hit 4 this time or something like that based on difficulty. And so the player does. So then also, so you can crit, and there's like kind of this whole kind of thing about how you win and whatnot. So like, basically, if you do 2 normal hits and you miss one, you do a normal attack. If the player, you do one normal hit, one critical hit, and one miss, it's a normal attack. Basically, unless you do all 3 crits, or maybe 2 crits and a normal hit, it's a normal attack. No, never mind, sorry. Only way to make a critical attack is hit all precision circles, majority being... Hold on. The majority being critical hits. So, yes, if you hit 2 crits or all 3 crits, you do a critical attack. And basically, if you do a critical attack, you win, unless the enemy also gets a critical attack, in which state you go in this kind of like clinch state, where it's pretty much just you're tapping the screen as fast as you can to try to overpower your opponent. It's kind of the goal with that. So that's like the general gist. I was also parrying. I forgot about that. Yeah, so when a normal attack is made, the enemy can have a chance to parry it. And basically, you're trying like get your little line in the same spot. It's also kind of like how you can fight back as well from the enemy's normal attack. But I'm going to focus on the precision phase, because that's like the first phase of the fight, really. Well, technically there's this kind of, this breathe and whatnot, but that shouldn't be too hard to get in. It's pretty much just this precision phase of what I'm going to be working on. So we kind of got, like, this is the old one, but I'm making a new duel scene. So let's kind of just like make something real quick. So this is gonna be, we have like a circle, right? This is gonna be like the that's like the floor, I guess, or the arena. All right, okay. Let's scale the X, and we'll scale the Y a little bit, but it's pretty much just like. Let me look at this one more time. It's like a majority. It's like close to being like this size of the screen, pretty much. They bring it up a little bit, scale it like that a little bit more. That's pretty much like the size of the arena. All right, and then we're also gonna need sprites for the player and the enemy. So this one will be the player, and let's make him red so he stands out, and we'll like scale up a little bit so he's a little taller. Oh, that's the wrong thing. This needs to be above the arena. Oh. Okay, let's just move this back in the order of the layer then. -1, so therefore the player's in front. Player down here, copy, paste. This is gonna be the enemy. And we'll make him blue. Alright, so pretty much like this. This is like the gist of the arena. So now we're going to need something to kind of spawn in random points. So I think what we're going to need, a let's make it square for now. This is going to be like the spawn zone. Well, I'm thinking what's be the best way to handle this. Because basically we only want them to like spawn really like in like this. Nope, that's rotation. That's position. There's a scale. Probably want the spawn really in like this kind of like greenish zone, which I'll make it a little alpha-ish. Maybe we make it scale up a little bit more and then kind of move it back a little bit. But I think this is probably like the general-ish zone we want them to spawn in. It's kind of hard because it's gonna be made for mobile. It doesn't really change anything if I start doing it in mobile, so. Yeah, but I don't know what would be the best way to kind of. Well, I have an idea. Okay, it's not definitely the best idea, but if we Isometric die. Okay, if we go and get some more squares. Why are you so big? And we put them like around the edges of this. So let's go ahead and scale it down like something like this. We put this like here. I'll make this like a yellow, just so we can kind of have a little outline. And we make it even smaller than that. The scale needs to be even lower. Let's make it like a 0 0.05, 0 0.03, 0.01. There we go. That's like small enough. Pretty much want like right up against the edge of this. All right. Then we'll do it. There's probably a better way of doing this. It's probably just like based on the player's position, like adding and subtracting X and Y values. But I think if I want to do completely random, we kind of do something like this. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going to line each side with kind of like this buffer zone. And then I'm going to use the X of the 2 on the side and the Y on the top and the bottom to determine and be like, okay, when we spawn in something, it needs to be inside this like X and Y kind of grid. And there's definitely, that's not on the Y. On the Z, we rotate it. There's definitely a better way to do this. But sometimes game dev is about just making something that works. So let's go bring this all the way down to the bottom. All right, that should be pretty good placement, I feel like. Maybe we bring it up a little bit. Maybe it's too close to the floor. We'll see. But so, sorry, but I gotta go. Definitely catch you next time. Oh, no worries, man. Thanks for stopping by and for the follow. Hope you enjoy. I try to do game dev every Monday, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't really follow that. But see ya, bro. See ya. Hope to see you again in the next couple streams. Or whenever you can. No rush. Alright. So this is gonna recall this the top. No, this is not the top, this is the right. Right. This one's the left. This is the bottom, and the last one's the top. Top. Okay. So we have the spawn zone. So let's go and make a new script, and we'll call this we'll make it the dual manager first. So open that up. Once it opens up, we'll switch to it. We'll switch to it. Oh, I got like 40 minutes until we're supposed to be playing Sons of the Forest. We'll see if he actually gets on then, though, so. Alright, so now if I swap to this. There we go. Alright, this is we're on the dual manager. So. Let me think. Oh, what happened? Oh, interesting. If I have that close. Okay, that's actually that's how OBS worked. So, should we make another script that's just for the spawn? We probably should make another script that's just for spawning. Let's see, spawning. Yeah, we'll call it just we'll call it target spawning. Target spawning. Let's open up this one now. So basically we have these two we're trying to work with. And the spawning one's just gonna spawn in. Let's see, I could probably do serialized field. I'll make that. You can see. Let's see. We're gonna need a private game object. We'll just call it the target prefab. Okay. This is always we're gonna have a method down here that's called public void spawn. And actually, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna Actually, let me think for a second. How do you want this to happen? I want there to be like an offset. So, like, let me think for a second. Basically, when I spawn one in, I want the next one I spawn in to be like at least a certain amount of like up or left or up and right or down, and basically a certain distance away from the last one I spawned in. So I think I was gonna give it the transform of the previously spawned target, and we'll call this. We'll just make another variable, make a private float. So I can serialize fields, well, why not? This will be called, let's think of a good name for this. Target offset. It's not bad. Target offset. And it's gonna be 0. I think maybe like 0.5 for now. 0.5 units away. Okay. And we're also gonna need, okay, serialized fields for all stuff, which means also private. Oh, I actually think we can just having one transform. We'll call it the target spawn area. All right, and then we'll have more private transforms. Spawn area top, spawn area bottom, spawn area left, spawn area right. There we go. Boom, we got all those. And let's do it on a wake, I think, just so it's done immediately. Basically, we're gonna get, no, we don't need to get target spawn area. So basically, the spawn area top is gonna be equal to target spawn area dot get child. I guess we kind of just go and see how we made it. So if we go back into here, top is the third one. So I guess we technically just go and be like, get child number 3. I saw bottom, spawn area bottom was number 4. Not number 2, number 4. I think right should be number 1. So spawn area right is equal to target spawn area dot get child. Oh wait, actually I think I'm wrong. They're doing this wrong. I think they take them one more off. So yeah, speed 2, speed 3. Because I forgot it's gonna start. The arrays and stuff start at 0. So I actually got indexed starting at 0. All right, so we get all that, and then we're gonna make. What's gonna be the best way to do this? Basically, I need the. I don't want to have too many while loops running. Is the thing. Actually, I think I can use math.random and give it like a max in it. Okay, so let's see. Let's do float. We'll do it random x equal to random dot, was it dot range? Returns of random float within min is inclusive, max inclusive. Range is inclusive. So let's do like the random x is gonna be between spawn area left dot position dot x, basically the x value of the left and the right's x value. Maybe we should add a little bit of an offset. Well, we won't, not for now. No, we won't. So then float random y is going to be equal to random dot range of spawn area bottom dot y and spawn area, nope, not spawn area left, spawn area top dot position dot y. So that should give us a random x and y value that's within that zone, we just find pretty much. From there, okay, let's make, I guess, a new transform. So then transform spawn position. Just make it vector 2, I think. Vector 2 spawn position is equal to new vector 2 using random x, random y. And then we can do while vector 2 dot distance between spawn position comma previously spawned target dot position is less than the target offset. Okay, actually we need to do something else. Sorry. So we need to make a helper method for this, actually. Well, that's the work the best. So private this actually can return a vector 2. Get or create random spawn location. Let's move this into here, and we're gonna have it return a new vector 2 using that stuff. So then up here, instead of doing this, we're just gonna call create random spawn location. So, and then same thing over here, pretty much. While the distance between that is basically, if they're not as far as we say apart, then we just create a new position. And keep doing that over and over again until we find the right position. So basically, make sure the targets are offset by a certain value. And I guess really the last thing we need to do... let me think. I think we want to have a transform again. Transform, I guess I should be game object for this. Game object, spawned target. Then we're going to do spawn target is equal to instantiate. The object is going to be the, what did I call that variable? The target prefab. The transform, no, we're going to give it a vector 2. We're going to give it spawn position. And we're just going to quaternion identity because it shouldn't really matter how it's rotating because it's still going to be circles anyway, so. Alright, and then it's going to do one more thing we're going to go do is we're going to go get a private dual manager, because basically we're going to need to go and dual manager get is or equals get component dual manager, because it should be the same object. And basically we're going to tell the dual manager that we spawned in something. So if we go back here, instead of here, we're going to make a public void yeah, public void target spawned method. Here I say start my recording. So my key is Shift P. And I guess once out here we need to have like a list of the targets, I guess. Actually, no, I don't think so. I think we're just basically doing it one by one. So, so actually, I think we need this then. If we're spawning it one by one until you hit them, then inside of here, we can just, instead of calling this spawn target, we can just call this last spawn target. Last spawned target. And that way, instead of doing this, we just use last spawn target dot position. Oh, that's actually, problem is that could be null though. Dot transfer dot position. That can be null. So I guess if so, oh no, this is let's see. Do we add to the while loop? And I think we can. Then we could just do while last spawn. No, actually no. Wait. If we do all last spawn target equals null, and no, because that's not gonna work then. Because if it's not null, it's gonna go past that. So basically, I guess we're gonna have to do like a little if check. So if last spawn target does not equal null, yeah. So I guess technically we're gonna do more than 0.5. Because I guess they're not spawning 1 by 1. Or sorry, they're not spawning all at once. So it's okay if they're a little close, but I want it to be caught across the map. So this spawns at least. And yeah, I feel like that's kind of it. Don't need reference to the duel manager here now, but the duel manager is a reference to this. So if we go to duel manager, we're gonna do private. Oh, why is my encoder's overloaded? Does the stream look good to anyone else? Is it okay? Are we fine? Seems to be doing okay now. Okay. Reference to the target spawning script in here. Target spawning. Encoder overloaded. That's okay. That is not good. I may have to fix that before we go back live again. It seems like the stream's going fine. Like, give me one second. Sorry about this. I just need to double check and see. I'll put up the stream on my phone and see. Okay, it seems like it's doing fine. So I don't know what the issue is. You say stream encoder overload, but it seems like it's not slowing down at all on Twitch. So. And then inside of here, let's make it on an awake method. Target spawning, target spawning. And then I guess if we want to test it, we'll do target spawning dot spawn. But we have to get stuff set up first, so because we don't technically have everything yet, so. Oh, forgive us a second. Unity's compiling, so it's taking its sweet time. Oh, this is actually not on my computer, actually. Ooh, okay. Ooh, what is... Okay, I might have to stop and restart the stream. Because this is slowing on my computer. I don't know if it's actually going to work anymore. It doesn't seem like Unity doesn't seem to be working right now, so can't switch to it. So I guess I'm going to stop and try again. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, we should be streaming. Again, I don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but we should be back. Let me go try and end on YouTube and restart it. Something's not going on with the YouTube one.